Let's be honest, sometimes life is just too hectic for a 3-hour cinematic epic. But that doesn't mean you have to give up unforgettable stories, stunning visuals, or emotional depth. Today we're diving into 15 phenomenal films, all under 90 minutes, that prove short runtimes can still deliver big impact. From raw documentaries and existential anime to psychological thrillers and silent-era brilliance, this list has something for everyone. So if you've only got an hour and a half, but your love for movies runs deep, this episode's for you. Let's get started. Let's kick off with Pure Energy. Stop Making Sense isn't just a concert film, it's a landmark moment in music and cinema. Directed by Jonathan Demme, it captures the talking heads live in performance, and every song builds like a theatrical act. David Byrne's stage presence is electric, the camera work is precise but organic, and yes, the oversized suit is iconic for a reason. Whether you're a die-hard fan or hearing Once in a Lifetime for the first time, this is a concert film that moves you, body and soul. Only 32 minutes long. But this French Holocaust documentary might be the most powerful film you'll ever see. Directed by Alain Resnais, Night and Fog mixes archival footage with present-day shots of abandoned concentration camps, narrated with haunting poetry. There's no dramatization, just reality and reflection. It's not an easy watch, but that's exactly the point. It asks us not just to remember the horrors of history, but to recognize their echoes in the present. Step into the dazzling world of 1980s New York bull culture.
Ninjas hit hard, they hit fast.
But don't be fooled by the glitter. Paris is Burning is both vibrant and deeply human. It gives voice to Black and Latinx queer communities, showing how they created spaces of freedom, beauty, and identity against a backdrop of poverty, racism, and homophobia. From voguing to the concept of realness, this film is essential for understanding how underground cultures shape the mainstream. It's a celebration and a confrontation. Ingmar Bergman brings us an intimate chamber drama featuring a powerhouse performance by Ingrid Bergman.
Vad väntade hon sig? Och vad väntade Eva sig?
In her final theatrical role, opposite Liv Ullmann, Autumn Sonata is about a mother and daughter reuniting after years of emotional distance. What unfolds is raw, painful, and deeply human. With every quiet pause and every trembling monologue, the film peels back layers of family, guilt, and unmet expectations. A true masterclass in emotional storytelling. This isn't your typical animated film. Grave of the Fireflies, directed by Isao Takahata, tells the story of two siblings trying to survive during the final days of World War II in Japan. It's beautifully drawn and utterly heartbreaking. There's no fantasy here, no magic. Just the brutal consequences of war seen through the eyes of a child. It's a powerful anti-war film that will stay with you long after the credits roll. Bring tissues. If you've seen Neon Genesis Evangelion,
it's the key to humanity's final fate. But the ultimate choice to kill.
You know the series ends, confusingly. The end of Evangelion is the creator's second, and far more intense, attempt at a conclusion. It's loud, violent, philosophical, and surreal. Giant robots fight existential crises, the boundaries between self and others dissolve, and you're left to pick up the pieces. Even if you don't understand it all, you'll feel it in your bones. Stanley Kubrick's Paths of Glory is an anti-war classic that still stings with relevance. Kirk Douglas plays a French officer during World War I who must defend his soldiers from a court-martial after they refuse to carry out a suicidal order. It's a scathing indictment of military hierarchy and blind nationalism, told through sharp cinematography and relentless pacing, under 90 minutes, but it leaves you angry in the best way. A silent film that's somehow more emotionally intense than most modern dramas. Carl Theodor Dreyer's The Passion of Joan of Arc focuses entirely on Joan's trial before her execution, using close-ups like weaponry. Renée Jean Falconetti's performance is considered one of the greatest in film history. All done without a word, it's raw, spiritual, and transcendent. Another Bergman film, but this one is more mysterious and experimental.
Persona is the drama of a
Persona is about a nurse and her patient, an actress who has stopped speaking. As they live in isolation, their identities begin to blur, twist, and unravel. It's like watching a psychological puzzle unfold in slow motion. Beautiful, cryptic, unforgettable. What do you get when you take a legendary rock band and put them in the middle of ancient ruins? Live at Pompeii is more than just a concert, it's a psychedelic experience. No audience, just Pink Floyd, the empty amphitheater, and the echo of every note. If you love music, or just want to trip out on sound and visuals, this one's a must. This anime psychological thriller blurs the line between fantasy and reality.
This is Mima's last performance with Chan,
who desired to become an actress.
Perfect Blue follows a pop idol who tries to transition into acting, and slowly loses grip on her identity as a stalker and inner demons close in. It's tense, disturbing, and way ahead of its time. A clear influence on later films like Black Swan and Inception. Buster Keaton's silent era gem is pure fun, but also way ahead of its time. He plays a projectionist who dreams of becoming a detective, and literally steps into the movie screen to solve a mystery. It's clever, funny, and packed with groundbreaking visual effects that still feel magical today. Only 45 minutes long, but timeless. Created by animator Don Hertzfeldt, this minimalist, stick-figure animation packs in more depth than you'd think possible. It follows a man named Bill, whose life is slowly unraveling due to a mysterious illness. What begins as simple narration turns into a philosophical meditation on memory, mortality, and what it means to be alive. Quiet, weird, and completely unforgettable. This Iranian film by Abbas Kiarostami is as simple as it gets. A boy tries to return his classmate's notebook. But that simplicity hides a beautiful human story about responsibility, compassion, and the small choices that define us. Told with patience and warmth, it's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful cinema comes from the gentlest places. So there you have it. 15 incredible films, all under 90 minutes. Each one packing a full emotional and artistic punch. Whether you're in the mood for a quiet drama, a wild ride, or a heavy reflection, there's something here for every mood and moment. Next time you only have an hour and a half, don't just scroll through your watch list, revisit this one. Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow, share, and let us know your favorite short films. Until next time, stay curious and keep watching great cinema.